Stop scrolling. You need to see this. For years, the iPad mini has been an underdog, a cult classic, the small tablet that Apple forgot. But the silence is finally broken. Leaks are pointing to an iPad mini 8 that isn't just an update, it's a complete revolution. We're talking about the most significant, pro-level upgrade the Mini has ever seen. If you thought the Mini 6 was good, prepare yourself. We have ironclad reports on the game-changing OLED display, the A19 Pro Chip, a complete design overhaul, and the single, most controversial change that could make or break this entire device. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you will know if the iPad mini 8 is your next must-buy device, or the most expensive paperweight Apple has ever released. And seriously, you cannot afford to miss the final segment where we break down the secret, silent upgrade that no one is talking about. It changes everything. The core question has always been, how much Pro can you pack into a Mini? With the Mini 8, Apple is finally answering that question with a thunderous yes. Let's start with the one feature that will dominate every review, every hands-on, and every comparison for the next 2 years, the OLED display. For the uninitiated, the current iPad mini 6 uses a gorgeous, but ultimately traditional, LCD panel. It's great, but it's still backlit, which means when you see a deep black, you're actually seeing a very, very dark gray. That's all changing. The iPad mini 8 is widely rumored to be the next device in Apple's portfolio to adopt OLED technology. This is massive. Why is OLED such a big deal on a tablet? Simple, perfect black and contrast. With OLED, every pixel is its own light source. When the screen needs to display black, that pixel literally turns off. This gives you infinite contrast. Imagine watching a cinematic movie trailer on your Mini 8. The stars against the night sky won't be hazy and gray, they will be pinpricks of light against a true, inky void. This elevates media consumption from good to genuinely stunning. But the display rumor doesn't stop at the panel type. We're also expecting a subtle but significant screen size increase. Rumors suggest the screen will grow from the current 8.3 inches to around 8.7 inches. This isn't done by making the device physically bigger, which would defeat the whole purpose of the Mini, but by achieving even slimmer bezels. More screen, same ultra-portable footprint. That's a huge win for everyone who wants a full-screen experience in their back pocket. Now, a word of caution on the display, a detail the leakers and analysts haven't fully agreed on. While it will be OLED, sources suggest it will use a single-stack LTPS panel, which is different from the more advanced two-stack LTPO panels expected in future iPad Pros. What does this mean for you? It will still be infinitely better than the current LCD, but it likely won't achieve the extreme brightness of the Pro models. However, there's a wild card here, promotion. Will Apple finally bring the 120 Hz refresh rate to the Mini? The rumor mill is split. Keeping it at 60 Hz would be a disappointment, especially with the price hike. But if they manage to hit 120 Hz? This Mini officially becomes the world's most powerful, pro-level small tablet. The smoothness for Apple Pencil, for gaming, for even just scrolling your Twitter feed, it would be incredible. This is the single biggest spec detail we're waiting on, and the one you should pay closest attention to. Moving on from the visual feast, let's talk raw power. The heart of the new iPad mini 8 is rumored to be the A19 Pro chip. This is not just an incremental bump, this is a quantum leap. The A19 Pro is expected to be built on a next-generation architecture, likely powering the flagship iPhone 17 Pro models as well. What does this mean for your daily use? Everything. First, gaming. The Mini 6 with its A15 chip is already a fantastic gaming device, but the A19 Pro is going to take this into the next dimension. We're talking about running console-level titles at max settings, with ray tracing, all in a device you can hold in one hand. The iPad mini 8 will be an absolute powerhouse for gamers who prioritize portability. Second, productivity and AI. With the push for on-device AI and advanced multitasking features, the A19 Pro, particularly its neural engine, will be a monster. Think real-time video editing on the go, complex computational photography, and next-generati. On AI features like seamless language translation and deep image manipulation directly on the tablet. The A19 Pro is about making the Mini a legitimate, professional content creation tool, not just a media consumption device. Third, longevity. Investing in a device with a Pro-level chip means you are future-proofing yourself for years. This device will chew through software updates and demanding apps well into the next decade. If you're coming from an older Mini or a standard iPad, this chip alone is a reason to upgrade. The sheer power of the A19 Pro combined with an OLED screen immediately suggests an issue: battery life and thermals. The current Mini 6 is a stellar device, but intense gaming can warm it up. The A19 Pro is built on a new, more efficient process, which should help, but the biggest physical design rumor helps even more: a new chassis and internal thermal architecture. While the design is expected to remain largely familiar, the squared-off sides, the Touch ID power button, Apple is rumored to have engineered a much better heat dissipation system. This is crucial. A powerful chip is useless if it throttles after 15 minutes of use. We're expecting this Mini to maintain peak performance far longer than any of its predecessors, directly addressing a core pain point for power users. Now for the elephant in the room. The feature that has caused more headaches in forum threads than any other in the Mini 6, the jelly scroll effect. For those unfamiliar, the current Mini 6, due to the way its display controller is mounted and refreshes, has a subtle jelly or wobbly effect when scrolling in portrait orientation. You might not notice it unless you look closely, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's a genuine annoyance for some. The good news? The Mini 8's new display architecture, driven by the shift to an entirely new OLED panel, is rumored to fix this issue completely. This is not just a hardware fix, it's a necessary design change to accommodate the new screen technology. If true, this single fix will make the Mini 8 the truly premium device it's meant to be. This is a subtle point, but it's a huge emotional win for the existing Mini user base. Let's talk about a major area of upgrade that always seems to get overlooked: water resistance. This is a quiet, yet incredibly important rumor. The iPad Mini 8 is expected to gain significant IP water resistance. Not full submersion, likely an IP67 or IP68 rating, the same as modern iPhones. Why would Apple do this? Portability. The Mini is the only iPad that people routinely use one-handed, often around pools, in kitchens, or outside in unexpected rain. Adding this level of water and dust resistance turns the Mini from a careful use device into a true, grab-and-go companion. This simple-sounding feature massively increases the device's utility and durability for the target audience. Think about being able to take notes in the rain, read by the pool without a worry, or follow a recipe with wet hands. It's a huge quality-of-life improvement. Beyond the main specs, there are a host of smaller, but incredibly meaningful, upgrades coming. The Apple Pencil experience. The Mini 8 is expected to support the full feature set of the latest generation Apple Pencil, including all the new hover features and potentially a new, compact pencil designed specifically to match the Mini's form factor. Imagine the possibilities for quick sketches and notes on a promotion OLED panel. It becomes the ultimate digital Moleskine. Storage and RAM. We're likely to see a bump in the base storage, finally retiring the historically restrictive minimum and pushing the base model to a much more usable level. Crucially, the RAM is also expected to be boosted, potentially to 8 GB, a necessary step to truly unlock the multitasking and AI capabilities of the A19 Pro chip and the evolving iPadOS. More RAM means more apps stay alive in the background, making for a much smoother, pro-level workflow. Connectivity. This will be the first Mini to feature Wi-Fi 7 support. This is a massive speed boost that, while you may not use it today, future-proofs the device for the next wave of high-speed home networking. Faster downloads, lower latency for cloud gaming, and more reliable connections for video conferencing. It's an essential upgrade that quietly improves the whole experience. Now for the hardest part. The one thing that might make you hesitate. The inevitable consequence of all FES. E-Premium, Pro-level upgrades, the price. The current iPad mini starts at a certain price point, but with a Pro-level OLED display, the A19 Pro chip, new chassis materials, water resistance, and increased storage, industry analysts are all in agreement, the iPad mini 8 will be significantly more expensive. The most consistent rumor suggests an increase that will push the starting price well above the current generation. Is this a deal breaker? For some, absolutely. The Mini has always sat in a sweet spot of size and power. Pushing it into the near iPad Air price bracket means it needs to deliver pro-level value, and based on the specs we've just covered, it absolutely does. It's an evolution from a fun, small tablet to a true compact flagship computer. This is a premium device, and it will carry a premium price tag. The question is, are you ready to pay pro money for a mini-sized experience? Before we wrap up, I promised you a secret, silent upgrade that no one is talking about. This is the detail that truly proves Apple views this as a pro device, and it has nothing to do with speed or screen tech. And before you click away, subscribe to Tap Tech. We're the ones who will have the definitive review the moment this device drops. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next deep dive.